Hey, it's me again, Math 85. Today we're doing section 1.3, subtracting whole numbers. So we've already done 1-1, which was whole numbers. We did 1-2, which was adding whole numbers and perimeter. Now we're going to be subtracting. So I'm starting off with an easy one, 45 minus 21. So this is how they're written. They're written horizontally or across in the book. So I'm going to put the bigger one on top and line them up one underneath each other. And then I'm just going to subtract down. So first I'm going to line them up, and then I'm just going to subtract down. So 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 minus 2 is 24. 24 is your answer. Now in the homework on WebAssign, they do have you check your answer. Do we remember how to check a subtraction problem? Well, what's the opposite of subtracting? Is adding. So I'm going to add these two. I got 24 was my answer. And I'm just going to add the number up above the 24, add down. So I get back to 45, which was what I originally started with. Sorry. So this is a correct answer. And you can always do that. You can always check, and I would, you know, if you're taking a test or doing some homework, I would do a check. And so it's just the opposite, which is adding. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, first let's look, well, I already lined these up. Let's look at the column to the right. Can I take 9 away from 3? I cannot, I don't have enough. So in the prior problem, I could take 1 away from 5. I had enough. But here, I don't have enough. So we need to borrow from the 6, which is 60. We borrow 10. So this 3 now becomes a 13. And we took 10 away from the 6, and that becomes a 5. So we bumped up the 3 by 10 and made that a 13. And since we took away from the 6, if it's easier to think of it in terms of taking a 1 away, that 1 does represent a 10, but you could think about it in terms of that, just taking a 1 away and making that 6 a 5. So now we're just going to subtract down. And 5 minus 5 is gone, so 4 is my answer. And let's do a check. So let's again take our answer and add it to that 59 and adding down, we get 9 and 4 is 13. Remember, we have to carry the 1. So this is correct. It does check. Okay, let's do some hundreds. Okay, I've got 525 minus 179. So again, these are written, if it's written horizontally, we want to put the bigger number on top and arrange them one underneath each other so it's easier to subtract. Okay, so I'm going to start right here on that side, and can I take 9 away from 5? Do I have enough? I do not. So I need to borrow. This becomes a 1. I'm adding 10, that becomes a 15. So now I can take the 9 away from 15, so 15 minus 9 is just 6. Okay. Looking to the middle column, can I take 7 away from 1? I cannot. So I need to borrow, and the 5 now becomes a 4, and that becomes an 11. I bumped it up. So now can I take 7 away from 11? I have enough. So 11 minus 7 is 4. And this 5 became a 4 because we borrowed here. We didn't have enough. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So I got 346. Again, let's check it. And they do have you do that on the homework. So again, let's take our answer, which was 346, and let's add 179. Our goal is to get to 525. So adding down, starting from this right-hand side, 6 and 9 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 7 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 1 is 5. So I did get back to my original of 525. So that is correct. Try number 4. Getting a little bigger numbers, thousands minus hundreds. So again, it's written horizontally. I'm going to put the bigger number on top and the smaller on the bottom. Okay, so starting over here on the right hand side, can I take 4 away from 0? I cannot. So I need to borrow from the 5, make that a 4. The 0 gets bumped up by 10, so the 0 now becomes a 10. So 10 minus 4 is 6. I have enough now, I can do that. Looking to the next column as we're going to the left, can I take 6 away from 4? Don't have enough. So I need to come over here and borrow, and this becomes a 0, and that becomes 14 or 14 tenths. So now I have enough, I can take 6 away from 14. So 14 minus 6 is 8. Now I'm looking next to going to the left. Can I take 9 away from 0? Nope, don't have enough. So I'm going to come over here and borrow from the 1,000, make that a 1, and that's 10 hundredths, or you could think of it as 10 if that's easier for you. So 10 minus 9 is 1, and then I have nothing here, so it's the same as 1 minus 0, so it's 1. And put your comma in. Okay, let's do a check. So again, I'm going to add. I'm going to put my answer on top, and I'm going to add 964 to it. Let's see if this works. So I want to get back to 2,150. So 6 and 4 adding down is 10. Carry the 1. 9 and 6 is 15. Carry the 1. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 9 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 and 1 is 2. So I do get back to 2,150, so it is correct. Okay. Let's keep going. The only other thing that is in this section is, or are the words that mean to subtract. And if you remember, we did the words that mean to add. Now we're looking at the keywords that mean to subtract. And we want to make sure we can go from the English to the math and the math to the English. So, first off is easy, minus. If you have something like 8 minus 2. How would we write that? Well, we're just subtracting. Here's our key word, minus. So it's just 8, subtract 2. difference. If I had the difference of, difference of 10 and 5. Difference is my key word. So again, we know difference means to subtract 10 minus 5. Okay, decreased by also means to subtract. So I might have something that says 12 decreased by 7. Okay, again, we're just writing left to right. 12 decreased by 7. Decreased by means to subtract, so it's just 12 minus 7. Here, the last two is where they get tricky. So, our first 3, we just wrote the first number first with the minus and then the second number second. We just wrote it left to right. Less than, the order is changed. So for less than, if I had something like 7 less than 15. Let me put a star because this is a different, there's two that are different. So what we want to do, 7 less than 15, we're actually going to write it in math as 15 minus 7. So the order is switched. We're saying 7 is less than 15. So the bigger number comes first. It's 15 minus 7. Less than means to subtract. So be careful with the less than. The numbers are switched. And I have one more. And this is also another one where the numbers are switched. So subtracted from, if I have 11 subtracted from 15. Subtracted from means minus. We're taking 11 and we're subtracting it from 15. So it's 15 minus 11. Do another one of those and that'll be it. Let's say 13 subtracted from 23. So I'm taking 13 and I'm subtracting it from 23. So the 23 comes first. It's 23 minus 13. Okay, that is 1.3, just subtraction. I believe there's 6 homework problems on WebAssign. try those, and if you need any help or if you have any questions, email me. I'll be back with section 1.4 next.